What's up, guys? So in this video I'm going to talk about super microcomputer SMCI. But before I get into this, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button, really helps out the channel. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you did this past week. Did you make any money? Also, I run this Discord. It's completely free. The link's in the description below if you want to join it. Post my entries, exits throughout the day, my thoughts, any kind of trade setups, even ones I don't take that I think are pretty good. It's also the growth account challenge in here where I deposit $100 every week and plan to grow that throughout the year. And that has its own separate videos. But let's get into the charts. So I'm going to start on a bigger picture here with the monthly chart. You can see we have this large upper wick, still at a almost 92 RSI. So very extended. We can continue to go up though. Doesn't mean we have to come down right now. This is going to cool off. Like I was saying before, I think this was a 37% correction, roughly, down here. So if that gets replicated, we could definitely see lower prices. I think it was in the 700s. So we can definitely correct sideways for a while. That'd be a very long and drawn out situation. But my thoughts are leaning towards downward, selling in the future. More consolidation that way. This was hyped up. We're still very extended from the 8 exponential and the 20 on the monthly. And you can see down here, we eventually touched them. Took a couple of months. Like say that is the top right here. This was the top here. You know what I mean? We touched it within 2 more months. I mean, this is definitely going to continue to creep up as time goes on. So we only have 1 more week left in this month. We'll see how this works. Obviously, if the bulls push up, we have less of an upper wick. But right now, there's a good amount of one that I would say that's forming a reversal candle. I'd be shocked if this wasn't the top, to be honest with you. But weekly chart, if we go down to here, we're still overbought by a little bit. Not much anymore. So 75. We just started weekly consolidation. We wicked off that 8 exponential. We have a wick, but we have a large body still. So I would not say that this is definitely confirmed as the weekly high or low. It's possible. But we'll have to see how next week, kind of trades and see what we have happening from there. Still far from the weekly 20. That's all the way down at 542 for right now. Our weekly gap did fill this week. So that was my first downside target. What I would like to see is for us to retest this down here, the 700, if not the 20. We'll see what happens over time. Like I said, we're still overbought, but it's going to be a little bit more tricky here. Like I said, I believe the top is in, but this is where the reshort's definitely coming. Let me get to that right now. Actually, on the daily, this is 100% going to be a daily lower high. Most likely scenario here. You have all this price history of overhead resistance. That was over 2 weeks. So there's a lot of bag holders up there. So don't think we're just going to blast off to a new all-time high. That'd be absolutely crazy. You would need a catalyst, something that's major to kind of push that. And even that, I would still say you're looking for another short. This is extended. Like I said, the monthly chart's at 92, and it's way away from home base on the 20 period moving average and the 8 exponential. So on the daily, like I said, we had this gap down here, right? I'm going to load my drawings here in a second. I just want to provide this with nothing on there for clarity, so you guys can kind of see just the price action right now. So I was saying we were looking for a top here. I called that the top was in. Looking for a bounce. We got the bounce. Looking for the reshort. Got the short. And then we got the S&P 500 inclusion, which pumped us up here. I said we had bearish divergence. We are looking for a top up here 100%. I traded this bearish a couple times, and I think I got in right around there. Longer term, we got our flush down. I exited there expecting for a reshort around here. Didn't get it, so I played the bounce. So down here, I was saying that we're looking for a bounce. We got the bounce. And what now, right? So on the daily, like I said, we're looking for a lower high. And this is where it can get a little bit more tricky. We are definitely looking for a lower high. But where? I believe this could be it. I am in a short right now, full disclosure. I got puts 2 months out, so into May. And I traded them on this day, made some money, exited. But those ones, I was only 1 month out. And then we opened up this day. I was like, okay, well, I still believe in this reshort here. I made money a lot the past couple days, especially on this move here on my downside target. Made a good chunk on that bounce, actually, because they were only weeklies. And looking for the reshort. So lower high, like I said, is most likely scenario here. We're tightening up. It could be here because we have $1,000 psychological. We have the daily 8 there, daily 20. That's also resistance. And with $1,000 psychological as well, you can see we tried to push it there, rejected, tried to push it there, rejected, wicked off it here, wicked off it there, came down here, broke it. So that is my first area that I'm saying is a good short opportunity. Thursday into Friday, this could be one or two scenarios. You can look at this two different ways, right? There's always two views to the market, and that's what makes the market. So we got our push down, bounce, looking for the lower high, looking for that reshort, right? We have low volume, really low volume. If you look over here, that's the lowest volume we've had since back here. You know what I mean? That's incredibly low. The way I'm kind of looking at that is, and I could be wrong here, like this is an inside bar. So I traded this day, made some money, but it's a lot of chop. There's definitely a resistance zone that I'll share with you in a second. But the way I'm looking at this is the buyers pushed us up. We squeezed some shorts that came late to the game, and they covered on this day. And then we have people up here saying that they think this is still going up. Volume's really low. I don't think it's going to take much again to push this below this low, crack it, go down. But in the event that we do push up, and this is a bull flag, like I said, I'm looking at this as our lower high. We have a lot of resistance up here and reshort. But at the same time, say this is a bull flag, right? Now this is where it's going to look really messy. I have a lot of drawings on here. Say this is a bull flag, right? That's our low off our buy zone. Came up here, bull flagged it, or pennant, whatever you want to say, but technically it's a bull flag, so right there's your wick. We're tightening up though. You want to see this inside bar break bullish next week. But say we do push up, right? What I'm looking at is this is a stone cold short up here. And I let everyone know in the Discord I plan on getting real aggressive to the short if they try to push this up here. I think this is a great opportunity for a reload. They short this here where we're at right now, I'll make money. It's not going to be a home run. It'll be a good trade though. I'll take it. And this has been a really good ticker to me, so been an absolute moneymaker. I love all the volatility it's providing right now. Some people only play bullish. I'm playing both directions, and that's the way you want to do this, not just be one-sided. It's hard to short, but if you know what you're doing and see the levels, it's great. Like I said, I had $1,000 psychological, so now my drawings are on here. And like I said, this is sloppy. Not really sloppy, but it's a lot going on. It's busy. So you can see, rejected off 1,000 there. On a daily chart, we rejected here. That's after hours action. Here we wicked off of it, got close to wicking off it there. Broke below it, wicked off it again. Finding resistance there. Like I said, the 8 exponential and the 20 are around there on the daily. So there's a lot of your first resistance zone. So I think this could hold. If it does not, I am looking to short up here at 1,100. Give me that, and I'm going to slam it with size and aggression. There's a lot of people up here. A lot of people that are bag holding right now. If they didn't cut their losses, which I know not everyone did, there's always those people that, I'm an investor, I'm holding this for long term. Good for you. And then you have the people, once we do push up here, like if we do, let's say that if we push up here, they're like, I'm finally break even. I'm going to take my money. I don't want to go red. And then you have all this resistance. You know what I mean? So what I'm looking at going forward is we have this gap down here. This is on the daily. Now that my drawings are reloaded, this I believe is going to fill. That's why I wanted to give myself time. I went 2 months out, and I'm going to trade around that. I made a lot of money on this ticker, so I'm not really sweating it. I had some guy up here when I entered a little early, I'll admit, and I was trading around it, heckling me saying, "How's your puts?" I said, "Dude, I'm not sweating it. I got 2 months, and I'm up on the ticker, and I'm trading around, and I'm making money on the day. I'm just waiting for the inevitable to basically happen." Basically, if you want to short this, in my opinion, unless it's a day trade, you want time on your side. So if you're buying options, you want plenty of time. You could sell options against this too. Probably the better way would be to short shares. Um, what I'm kind of looking at here is, say this is a bull flag, right? Our target would be up to 1100. So bull flag target, if it confirms. And like I said in the Discord this week, bull flags do not always break bull. We're bull flagging with the probability of a lower high on the daily. So we just changed the trend on a daily chart to bearish. We got our higher low, lower high, lower low, significant fall through, which means the next most likely thing is the lower high. And then from there, we'll see. Like I said before in the previous video, we could break down, come up lower high, make a lower low, continue down, fill this gap. That'd be the most ideal scenario. Or if bulls are stubborn, which would suck, we could lower high and bleed this out, which is why you want time. It just burns premium. Like, it's bad for both sides, which is why it kind of sucks sometimes when you have the stubborn bulls that are just like, yeah, this thing's going up long term, and then yeah, you just keep buying and accumulating, adding buying pressure, and it screws all the premiums for all the options, both calls and puts. So it's better to just cut your loss like a good trader would do. But I don't want to go on a rant. It just frustrates me a little bit when the premium gets down. I'm gonna make money, but I just won't make as much money if that occurs. So it kind of sucks. So what I was saying to our members this week is, this is our resistance zone. You can see wicked off of here, 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 here. A lot. That was going into the day, right? So I shorted against this, made money on my day trade, came up here. You can see we busted through it a little bit. I tried reshorting this one, and I took a loss. So I was up on the day, but not as much. This one kind of screwed me. I had to respect it because what if this is a bull flag? You know what I mean? They just keep busting through, go up to 1100. So the best traders are willing to be wrong. And even though it ultimately would have worked out, obviously, I have to respect that, because your losers can really damage your account. You have to risk manage appropriately. You know what I mean? So took a loss there. You can see it, respected it there. This was a money maker pretty much all day. And I would highly encourage anyone watching this video, if you're not in the Discord, like I said, the link's in the description below. Join it. It's free. I post setups throughout the day, my thoughts, and I think it's very valuable information. It's not always going to be free. Take advantage of it. What am I looking going forward? This is just tightening up right now. So the way I'm looking at this going forward is, this is our lower day on Friday. We're on an inside bar, like I said, so we're tightening up. Pushed up, lower high, pushed down, higher low, pushed up, lower high compared to this high, pushed down, higher low compared to this low. So we're tightening up. This could be our next resistance, lower high, and we're tightening up going into Monday. The way this breaks, I believe, is going to give us some kind of direction. So if we would break down, lower high set, we want to break these, but ultimately we need to break the low a day on Friday for us to break the inside bar bearish. We break this up here, that breaks inside bar bullish to the upside. But again, we're still looking for a lower high on the daily, most likely scenario. So even if we push up, I'm looking short. If we push down, I'm looking on when to take my profit. So like I said, ultimately I want this gap to fill down here on the daily. That'd be the most Ideal scenario, and with the monthly chart being 92, I think it's highly probable. I just don't know how long it'll take to fill. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm looking at probabilities, reading price action, and thinking what could happen going forward. I said to the members in Discord, this could easily pop up Monday, and I'm planning accordingly, according to my position and sizing and time. That's fine. My plan is to not cut that position. My plan is to hold it. I'm gonna trade around it. I believe this is gonna fill down here over the next 2 months. And if it does, I still make money. It just won't be a big trade by any means, but it'll make money. But I would absolutely love to short this. I'm not looking to long this stock at all. I played the bounce down here, made a lot of money that day, made money this day. Unfortunately, I didn't re-enter for that push up. I traded Qs on this day. Like I exited my swing overnight and traded the Qs bearish. And then I shorted this too on that day up here a couple times actually. Some with weekly, some with a month out. But I traded this bearish, this little push down. And if we push up Monday, I'm definitely looking to short this with size, shorter dated time. I think that's a stone cold short, like a really good one. And my reason for that is you can see we wicked off it here, almost touched it here, wick there, wick there, wick there, wick there, there, here, here, busted through it a little bit, pushed down, wicked off it there, wicked here. This is the zone. I was watching it for bounces while we traded up here, and to me, this is it. If you want the best lower high scenario, that's it for a bear, obviously. Bulls thinking we're going to a new all-time high from here. I think you're absolutely kidding yourself. Another thing is if you draw your fib from the daily high, the last lower high, to your low, the golden pockets are right around there. So you're going to have that price resistance zone. You're going to have the golden pocket looking for a lower high. Monthly will then be even more extended. Weekly will go back to being more extended than where it is. And yeah, I think that's going to be an excellent short. I'd rather have that almost, not going to lie. Like, yeah, if we push down here, like I said, if we push down here, I'll make money on my puts I have. But if we push up to here, I'll make a lot more money shorting this. Because I know how I'm going to play it. It'll be a huge trade. I would love it. I would not like being red. Like, no one wants to be in red if this pushes up. But I had a lot of profit on this ticker. And that's kind of what I'm playing with right now, to be honest. So give me this. And I'm going to reshort this. Ultimately, like I said, big picture, we're looking for the daily lower high, reshort or tighten up. We could go sideways. That would absolutely suck. With how volatile this is, I would seriously doubt it. But like I said, ultimately, we're looking for monthly consolidation. So things don't go up in a straight line forever. That's not how stocks work. They don't just keep going up, up, up every single month. At some point or another, they pull over and go sideways / pull down. And you can kind of see down here, even with a 37% pullback, that's still sideways. That's healthy consolidation. So if this comes up, say we start pulling back on the monthly chart, like next month, we only have one more week here. Say the next month we start pulling back a little bit. This starts curling down a little bit. That's still healthy consolidation on a monthly chart. To some people, say we would consolidate from here, that's 27% move from here. That's significant. In my opinion, if you are an investor, I mean, I don't have a crystal ball. Like I said, ultimately, you can do whatever you want with your money. I'm not advocating anything, but if I was an investor and if I had shares up here, there's no way I'm holding. I'm waiting until this thing cools off. I'm waiting to see consolidation. You have opportunity cost. So all that time you're sitting through consolidation, letting things play out, you're waiting months. You can be making money other ways. And yeah, you'll have to pay short-term capital gains tax. But in my opinion, there's a reason why I day trade, because it's not worth holding through that. Like, that's more downside I would have to sit through, and I'm not sitting through that. I'll pay the capital gains tax, go make money with my profits other ways. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at going forward. I'm going to be long-term bearish until this consolidates. I will play both directions. Like I said, the last video I did, I played that bounce. I'm not just a perma bear. I play both ways. You have to play bull when it makes sense, though. And as you can see here, I let the members know that this is the buy zone. Made money off it this day. Believe it or not, this is actually a really good day. That tiny move, I made a killing on it. And made money on this day. This was a little trickier, but it's playing out pretty well. I'll let everyone know that this is the area you want to buy, and it's served well for now. Once this cracks, going down. Fill that gap. So, could get a little trickier here as far as the short. Say we went short from here. Is it going to just crack here instantly? Definitely could. Like I said, if you look at this daily chart, I know I'm ranting a little bit here, but there's not a lot of volume up here at all. You can see this uptick in sell volume on this day. Once we crack there, that's a good amount of volume. This volume up here on that gap up, that's squeezing shorts out. Then you have all the accumulation. Crack it down there on some volume. Came down here on this day, right? So that's that volume day. Nothing significant. That's just sideways, you know what I mean? And then we gapped up. Squeezed the shorts out from this day on that day. Lower volume. Sideways, even lower volume. Like I said, that goes all the way back to there. I think the buyers are exhausted. It's time for consolidation. It's time for us to go down or grind sideways down. I think this is done. Can this go up in the future? Sure. How long? Who knows? I think it's going to be months, though. I think you're looking at 6 months plus of consolidation of this thing going. Like, if we look at this monthly chart, right? I could be wrong here. And you can follow the videos and see how this plays out. You can see all my previous videos, see how it's played out so far. We could go sideways, down, whatever, for 6 months. 6 months isn't even that long if you really look at it on a monthly chart. Another 6 months. What are we in? March? So April, May, June, July, August, September. That's right here. You can go down. Monthly higher low, consolidate to here, and then bust out. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time for your account to be going down, sideways, not doing much, when you could cut it, reload, try to reload cheaper. Again, I'm not advocating anything. I'm just saying, I'm talking about hypotheticals with myself here. So I'm analyzing this in my own mind according to what I think would happen. Would I enter along here? No. No way. I'm waiting for this to come down. Like I said, cool that off. And that's all that time my account. Like if I put my dollars to work, they're not making me money. So there's no way I'm doing that here. I'm entering at good buy zones on other tickers I think are about to go off or already have confirmed they're doing that and have a lot more upside potential. I don't see this having upside potential. Call me out my bullshit, and you can follow along. Like I said, there's other videos of this same ticker that I've done this whole time. You can see how it's played out so far. I think sideways to down is the most likely scenario. I still believe there's a 0% chance we hit a new all-time high next month. Could be wrong. But unless there's a news catalyst that's something real significant, I don't see it happening. We have earnings at the end of next month on the daily chart. So that's something we could look forward to, I guess. So that's just my thoughts on SMCI. Like I said, if you want to join the Discord, it's completely free. Links in the description below. Check it out. You can see if I'm bullshitting or not. Follow along. I post my pre-market setups, my thoughts, my entries, my exits. I'm doing a small account challenge where I deposit $100 every single week into this account, and I'm trading that through shares, longer term trades. It's meant for new people, but honestly, if you're looking at it as an investing standpoint, it's pretty good. And I'm going to show how I would go about growing a small account through shares, the safest way to do it, and see how far I can grow it into the end of the year. And you can follow along and see what I'm doing My entries are posted in there in real time. Like I said, it's not always going to be free. Take advantage of it now. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, leave a comment below, share this. I'd greatly appreciate it. My goal is to actually help people. But until next time, I wish everyone the best in the markets.